Hey guys, my name's Jack and I'm a second year medical student at St George's University, London. Now in this video I am going to be telling you guys the options you have to get into medicine and that it's definitely possible to get into medicine if you've got bad grades. Now myself personally, I got B, C, D at A-levels and I was still able to get a place at medical school. So don't worry guys, your A-levels are not everything and there are many different routes into medicine. There's a common misconception that everyone at medicine is completely perfect, they got really good grades all the way through their life, that they're just some sort of genius, and I can tell you that guys is definitely not the case. So there are many different routes into medical school. In my year there are loads of people who are a little bit older, who have got a degree, who maybe they've taken a gap year, they've done resits, you know, plenty of stuff and plenty of things that we're going to get into in this video. Now the first route into medicine, which not many people are actually aware of, is one for you if you don't get the best grades at A-level. If you don't think that you're capable of getting AAA or A-star AA, AAB, whatever, there's actually a program specifically for you, and that is medicine with a foundation year. Now, medicine with a foundation year has very, very low grade requirements compared to the regular course. You need to get on average 3 Bs, although every university's requirements are different. You get 3 Bs, BBC is probably the lowest one that I've seen. And the cool thing about medicine with a foundation year is that if you have predicted grades high enough to get into the regular medicine course at university, you actually cannot apply for medicine with a foundation year. It is solely there for people who don't get the best A-level grades. Now, can be for whatever reason. I think universities understand the fact that people have difficult times at A-levels, and maybe just the fact that people who don't do well in exams still make really good doctors. So it's definitely an option that I never knew when I was in A-level, but it is really interesting that it's available. But it's definitely there and you can apply to it. Now, what exactly is medicine with a foundation year? Medicine with a foundation year is a 6-year medicine program. Now you might be thinking, what do you do in that extra year? So basically you start off what's called in year 0. So you would do 1 year kind of prep before you start the medicine course. So you would do mainly lecture-based content. There's not as much procedural practice. It's a lot of lecture stuff, trying to get you up to speed in preparation for your first year at university. There will be exams and you have to pass the year to get into year 1, and basically what happens is after you pass year 0 you'll then put into year 1 medicine of the regular course for the next year's intake. So the course takes 1 extra year, which to be honest is not that bad. I mean, you're still going to be 24 when you graduate as a doctor, and don't feel like you're behind in any way. It really doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you get into medical school if you want to go there. Doesn't matter if you're a little bit behind or your friends are 1 year ahead of you. A lot of people take gap years, a lot of people do resits, and some people do degrees before they get into medicine. So really, if you can get this option, I would say take it. Now, bear in mind that this is incredibly competitive as you need lower grade requirements. And to give you an idea of size, a number of places, I looked at Southampton's places. They said they had 32 places for their 6-year program. So there's not a whole lot of places available, but I'd say it's definitely worth a try if you don't get the grades. Now, not every medical school offers this program, only some of them do. I'll put the universities on the screen that actually offer this. Now bear in mind, every single university is going to have different requirements, and you will have to check them on their university websites to be sure. Okay, so if you don't make the grades for medicine on results day, and you're feeling a bit sorry for yourself, you don't quite get it, you feel like it's the end of the world, don't worry, there is another option you can do on results day, and that's clearing. Now clearing is actually how I got into medical school, so it's very familiar to me. It's quite a stressful process. I'm going to explain what it is now. So clearing is basically what happens when the universities on the day don't fill the amount of their places for their course. So what they do is they open up their phone lines and you can give them a call to see if they have any extra spaces at their medical school. And then what happens next? They're going to ask you what your grades were, what your UCAT score is, and if you're ever available for interview. Essentially what they do is they bring down their grade requirements. So let's say a course is they need 3 A's, they might bring it down to AAB. They also tend to lower their UCAT or BMAT cutoff scores. So they will have a lower cutoff score to allow more people into their course. If you call them and you meet their requirements, then you will still have to come in for an MMI interview, and you'll probably have to come in either on the day or within the next couple of days, which means you won't have a lot of time to prepare, but it still gives you a chance to get into medical school for that year at that university. So it can save you a lot of time. Now, clearing officially opens at the start of July, so if you're maybe a postgrad student or you've taken a gap year, you can apply to some courses through clearing before it opens on results day, because results day is in August. So definitely keep an eye on that if you're not just finishing your A-levels. You can find the phone number for clearing for individual universities on their websites. So definitely have a look before clearing opens to the universities that you would be considered to apply to, and you can go there. It doesn't just have to be the universities you applied for. It can be any university in the country that has clearing open. So your options are pretty wide here. Although on the day it's going to be really busy. I remember when I called up, I woke up really early and I got my mum's phone, I got my phone, I got my brother's phone, and I was just in waiting queues on the phone for the whole day. One of them, I was in the queue for I was like position 99. So yeah, definitely get in there as soon as you can. It's going to be pretty hectic. Another thing about clearing is you can actually go to other courses as well. Any course is available. Any course that is available at clearing you can take if you meet their criteria. So you have a lot of flexibility here if you decide not to do medicine. So if for whatever reason you didn't get any offers and or you didn't make the grades and you didn't get into medicine, then you have the postgraduate option. Now this is what I did. I studied pharmacology after I did my A-levels. I got that place in clearing as well. What you can basically do is you can do a science degree, or any degree for that matter, for 3 years, and then you can apply for medicine afterwards. I would recommend that you study a science degree, because a lot of medical schools are going to ask for their graduates to have a science degree. Some do, some don't. Every university is different. They've all got their unique criteria. But doing a science degree is going to put you in the best position. Now, when you apply to medicine, when you have a degree already, they care way more about your degree than they do your A-levels. So this is why it's a useful thing to do if you don't get the best grades at A-level. Now for me, I got BCD at A-level. When I was applying as a postgrad, all they cared about was that I had a 2-1 in my degree. Now, some universities still have specific A-level grade requirements for postgraduate students, so it can be really strict. Pretty much the requirement that they all asked for was that I had at least a pass at chemistry A-level. Now, that I got a D in chemistry, so I kind of limited my options a lot. A lot of places still ask for B's or A's at A-level. That's something you're going to have to check on each university's website. So this option of going into medicine as a postgraduate is obviously a lot more time and cost intensive, but by no means is it a bad option. It gives you more time to decide kind of what you want to do with your life. Maybe at 18 you thought medicine was a good idea, but after doing another degree for a few years you could see yourself somewhere else, then maybe it's a good thing for you to sort of clear your head, give you some time to think of something else. So when you're applying to medical school as a postgraduate, there are 2 courses available for you. So you can either apply to the undergraduate course with all the 18-year-olds or the people coming straight from A-levels, or you can apply for a special postgraduate course. Now the postgraduate course, how it's different is it combines year 1 and year 2. So you have a slightly accelerated program to becoming a doctor. You have a slightly more intense first year, and then you join the rest of the year of regular medicine in their year 3. So it's a little bit faster, but it's also way more competitive. So if you want the best chances of getting in, I would recommend to apply for the undergraduate course. But then again, that's something for you to look at, see what suits you the best. I'm just telling you what options there are. As a postgraduate, you're going to have such an edge applying for the undergraduate course. You're going to be way more comfortable at interview, you're going to have way more life experience, way more things that you're going to be able to demonstrate why you want to do medicine and why you feel like it's the course for you. You're going to be way more comfortable, and in average you do a lot better than the undergraduate students. Okay, so the next option is the biomedical science conversion. If you're applying to 4 places for medicine and you don't make it, then your 5th option is biomed. Then what you can actually do is you can start the biomed course at another university and you can do their conversion scheme. Now, what does this mean, conversion scheme? So in your 2nd year of studying biomedical science, you can actually apply for medicine at that same university. So basically what that means is you do your 2nd year and then everyone applies for this conversion scheme. The top 20 people who get the best grades in the year, who apply for the medicine program, will then get an interview to study medicine at that university. And if you're successful, once you graduate from biomed, you will be able to start medicine in the 2nd year. Normally, it depends on the university, but you'll be able to then start in 2nd year med of that same university in September. So you'll graduate in the summer, then in September you'll come back to university and then you'll start studying medicine. So the reason for this is because a lot of things you study in biomedical science is similar to the medicine course. They understand that, they don't make you want to do the same things again. So it saves you a little bit more time if you were to reapply for medical school separately. This option is really useful for anyone that applied for medicine and didn't get the grades, didn't make it into medical school. You can still study something that's really similar, really relevant, and if you get the conversion, then you'll be able to start medicine straight away in 2nd year. Okay, so the other option is that you just do your resits of your A-levels. Now, this can only take 1 extra year, and this is actually a really good option. It really just depends on you if you feel like you can get all A's at A-level, but also it depends a lot on the actual universities themselves. You're going to have to look really carefully at every university you're applying to and see what their resit policy is, because some universities will not accept resits whatsoever, and then some other ones will actually change their requirements if you have a resit. So for example, they might ask for even higher grades because they know that you've done a resit, and some might just ask for the same requirements again. It's very situational. They will take your personal circumstances into account sometimes. It's definitely something that you're going to have to check each university for. I will put a link in the description giving you an up-to-date list of what universities ask for what, but bear in mind that this can change every year, and I would say that you just need to look at the university pages themselves. Okay, so they're all the options that are available to you. I hope this video has been useful. Hopefully you found something that maybe you want to apply to, or something that can help you get into medical school. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe. See you guys.